One of the most unique things about Space Marine 2 is the game's class identity, and I've noticed that certain types of players tend to main different classes. From the casual gamer dads to hardcore esport competitors, let's dive into what your Space Marine 2 main class says about you. And if you feel offended by this, then you need to remember that you are a Space Marine, not an Eldar, not some Tau, and definitely not a heretic. Now without further ado, let's get into it, starting with the tactical. This class caters to exactly two different kinds of people. People who want to win and people who really love Warhammer 40k, specifically Space Marines. I'm serious, you guys really freaking love Warhammer 40k, and you've never had the opportunity to kit bash your own Space Marine army, so you do it in Space Marine 2. And you guys come from all sorts of different corners of the hobby, from people who started as Horus Heresy purists to people who are just now getting introduced to the concept of Primaris Space Marines here in Space Marine 2. Out of every class that I see in my operations or Eternal War or in Siege, you have the absolute best drip. You care the most about what your Space Marine looks like. And this is all so ironic because this is also the same class that has that other group of people, the people who play tactical because they play to win. They're here to have unlimited melta bombs, unlimited ammo, and damn near unlimited damage. It doesn't matter if tactical is a glass cannon because you can just get good and kill everything. And speaking of getting good, let's talk about the Assault. If you play as the Assault, then you don't see Space Marine 2 as a third-person shooter. It's a third-person action game. You are here because you are a gamer and you know that the key to success in Space Marine 2 is nailing every perfect dodge, every perfect parry, or perfect block. This is the class that rewards you for doing all those things the most, and because of that, you are able to push into Siege Wave 50, carry absolute runs, or hard stratagems all by yourself. Additionally, for some reason, the Assault is where most of you White Scars, Blood Angels, or Space Wolf fans typically end up. There's something about having a basic workout routine, or maybe even higher than average testosterone, that attracts people to the Assault. You've proven yourself through every test and trial that Space Marine 2 has thrown your way. Otherwise, you would have given up long ago and you'd be playing as the Vanguard. Alright, Vanguards, we all know why you initially picked this class. Some of you really enjoy Phobos armor and the grappling hook, but let's be real, most of you are here for the healing. Space Marine 2 kicks your ass, you make a few mistakes every now and then, and it's nice to have a little bit of extra healing to get through the mission. As a Warhammer 40k fan, I empathize with you guys because I'm just here to have a good time and grind cosmetics so that my Space Marine looks as cool as it can possibly look. But as a gamer, I've got to tell you, the Tau are over there. The Eldar Codex is down aisle 3. With that being said, there is another class in Space Marine 2 that's able to heal itself and the team, but people typically pick the Bulwark for very different reasons. There is a group of people out there who think that the genocide of Xenos and non-believers is the most efficient and holy way to see the will of the Emperor be done. We call these people Black Templar fans, and you are the kinds of people who love playing as the Bulwark. You were also probably the main tank in a guild at some point from an MMORPG like World of Warcraft, but you don't play WoW retail, you are specifically a classic WoW player. You wouldn't be caught dead playing retail. You Bulwarks like to be able to take a hint and be able to dish it right back. Just like the Assault, you don't see Space Marine 2 as a third-person shooter. This is an action game. Ranged, magic, if they ever add that, these are just crutches that other people depend on, but not you. You've got your shield, your sword, and your faith in the Emperor, and that's all you really need at the end of the day. And it's because of people like you that snipers exist. Those who walk the path of the sniper are not here to roleplay as their favorite Space Marine chapter. Or perhaps by being very practical, you snipers are already roleplaying. And it's for this reason that snipers are the absolute scum of this game. You are here to survive when the rest of the team is dead, to make that clutch that nobody else could make. Or you're also here to bring that double terminus spawn over to Voltus because nobody wants to fight that. You don't care that sniper doesn't do the most damage in the game. Most of the time, unless you're playing a siege, the objective of a mission is not to kill every enemy on the screen. It's to reach the end of a level. No matter how many role players you need to carry on your back, no matter how many times your brothers are pinned, you're gonna reach the end of the level and you're gonna win. However, on the other side of the spectrum, there exists the kind of person who cannot move on before everything on the screen has been killed. And it is all of you who play as the heavy. You heavy mains all have one thing in common: your appreciation and fascination for big, hard guns. Maybe you have a gun collection in real life, or perhaps you've always wanted one. Either way, Space Marine 2 gives you an outlet to kill Xenos and heretics. You heavies derive a certain satisfaction from playing Space Marine 2, the kind of satisfaction that a salamander feels in a room filled with Eldar children. A lot of excitement followed by cold emptiness once everything has been burned alive. With all that being said, the final group of people aren't even here to play Space Marine 2, or at least not engage with Space Marine 2 in the same way that you or I do. These people are the Techmarines, and you Techmarines love when other things do all the killing for you. Everybody knows a Techmarine in real life. Why cook your own food when you could use DoorDash or Uber Eats to have somebody else bring the food to you? Why play games like Diablo, Path of Exile, or Team Fortress 2 when you could simply have things within those games, such as minions or turrets, play the game for you? This is the kind of really high 60 IQ thinking that I've really grown to appreciate about you guys. As for the rest of you who are playing as a Techmarine, I understand that you're all Adeptus Mechanicus fans. I understand that you're just looking for a little break or something else to break the mold from playing as a Skitarii in Darktide, and you're probably a little frustrated because of the release of Mechanicus 2 and how the game didn't really meet your expectations. But will you please just locate the dodge and the parry buttons on your keyboard or your controller and at least consider pressing them every once in a while? We promise that your turrets will continue to kill everything on the screen, and they'll do it even better if you stay alive. Either way, no matter what you main in Space Marine 2, I enjoy purging Xenos and heretics alongside each and every one of you. I'm just glad that I aired the truth out and will never have to revisit this topic ever again. Right, guys? Right? Oh, throne preserve us all.